Hello everyone, I'm your hostess with the mostest, 8-Second Gaming, and in today's video we are going to be talking about 3 legends that I think are going to be standout picks going into Season 22. Now some of these legends are receiving some changes going into Season 22, but also there's going to be some changes with the weapons and the new map and some of the playstyles that I think are going to be making these legends stand out. So let's talk about it a little bit, but just quickly, if you guys are looking to take your Apex guild to the next level, then you have to check out the GameLeap website right now. Over there, we have top level coaches creating the best, most highly informative guides to make you the best player you can possibly be. We have legend guides, gun guides, VOD reviews, and much more. Literally hundreds of guides on the site currently, with more on the way every single day. So no matter what you struggle with, we have solutions for you. So click the link in the description, pick yourself up a membership, and start to improve today. But okay, let's jump back into things. And to start off with our first legend, I am going to be talking about one that has been strong for season after season now, and it's going to be a little bit boring, but he's still going to be a good pick, and that is going to be Revenant. Now, despite some of the nerfs that Respawn is trying to throw at Revenant, I do think that he is going to continue to be a strong legend, even if in Season 22 he does receive other nerfs, because the buildings and the POIs and the map that we're getting in Season 22 does look really good for Revenant. There looks to be a lot of different ways that he can use his passive climbing ability to get some solid off angles. On top of that, he's just a really good aggressive legend that can get you out of a lot of different situations, despite you might not being in the best spot. He can get into situations, he can get out of situations, he can pop his ultimate and just become a raid boss, he can do a lot of different things, and I think he's still going to be a menace. And I am going to be really excited to see how these new POIs do play, because they look like it's going to be kind of a mix between Olympus and World's Edge. It looks more kind of how Olympus looks, but I think it's going to play more like World's Edge. One of the big things on Olympus is there's not a whole lot of buildings to play, there's not a whole lot of flexibility in that area, but with World's Edge, there's more buildings to play, there's more verticality, there's more stuff that you can do. And I think Revenant is going to be able to take advantage of a lot of those different situations a lot better than most other legends. Some legends like Valkyrie or even Pathfinder can probably do the same thing, but they don't have the same flexibility that Revenant does in terms of how aggressive he can be. Yeah, Pathfinder's seeing a lot more play and Valkyrie does her own thing, but they're not the same level of aggressiveness that Revenant is. And yeah, I know it is a little bit boring because Revenant has been good for quite a few seasons now since Revenant Reborn came out, but honestly, it's just such a strong rework. Until Respawn just nerfs him into the ground, I think he's always going to be a fairly solid pick if you want to be aggressive and push things without really getting punished for it, because that's just what Revenant is going to continue to do until they nerf his ultimate. So that is the most boring one, so let's move into the next one, which is going to be my baby girl, Wattson. Now for those that don't know, I myself has scrim and competitive experience going all the way back to Season 2. And I was always a support player, so back in that day, the meta was Wraith Path Wattson, and I was always a Wattson player. So I've been a huge fan of Wattson since she came out, and I love playing her, and I'm really excited to see her coming back into the meta. And with some of the changes that she is receiving in Season 22, we're going to have infinite shield healing on her generator again, which is huge. The ability to poke for free and trade with teams for free is absolutely insane, especially if you're trying to play for an endgame position and you're trying to level up your Evo armors. One of the big things about the Evo armors is there's a huge trade-off, because if you want to play a little bit more passive, then you're not going to be getting red armor towards the endgame and you can be at a disadvantage. You can have blue armors in a final circle against a team that was fighting all game and have red armors. That's not a good situation to be in, but if you have a Wattson, you can start to poke and take more aggressive trades with teams because you're not going to be burning through meds. It's not going to be an issue anymore. Now you are still going to have to be somewhat careful that you're not burning through flesh meds, but that's still pretty simple. And like I was talking about with Revenant, the new map that's coming in does look like it's going to be having sort of a World's Edge feel to it, so I do think that there's going to be some decent spots for control legends to play. Some maps do struggle for control legends because they don't have spots that they could really set up, or the spots that they can set up aren't the best, so they really struggle there. But this map looks to have a decent amount of buildings or spots that Wattson could actually set up and have her generator survive, so that could be huge for her. And even though she has been coming back into the meta this season, I do think next season she's going to go a step further and be an actual knockout pick, because she's just going to have so much more opportunities to help her team. And that warms my heart because I do love Wattson, so that's why I'm excited to see her do well next season. But with that covered, we can move into the last legend, and this might be a shocker for some people, but it's actually the newest legend Alter. Now, when Alter first came out this season, I was thinking that she was going to be a lot more meta and useful than she ended up turning out to be, which was kind of a letdown for me because I actually do enjoy the Alter playstyle. I think she's a cool legend and I think she has a lot of opportunity. But with that being said, I think we are barely scratching the surface with how amazing Alter can be with pushing teams. And that's why I'm really excited for Season 22 with her changes, because she's going to have access to ring consoles, which is going to be an absolute game changer for Alter, because now she can slot into a ring focused team and allow them to pick up more potential kill points. Now, like I mentioned with Wattson, when you have a ring focused team, they're not fighting a lot, they're not poking a lot, and that could be an issue because not only are you not leveling up your evil armors, you're not getting a lot of KP. But with the Alter potential now, you're going to have her on a ring focused team and she's going to be able to use her Void Nexus to allow you to take fights essentially for free. If you see two teams fighting kind of near you, before you didn't really have the option to push them. Some people that were running Wraith could use a Wraith portal to get there, but sometimes by the time the Wraith portal actually popped and then you went through it, sometimes the fight was finished. But with Alter and her ultimate, you can run something sort of similar to a Wattson Alter Bangalore maybe, and as soon as you see two teams fighting and they're actually engaging on each other, you just throw the ultimate down and all three of you are running at that new fight. And there's less of a chance for a team to take the spot that you were playing on because you do have Wattson. So even if they start to shoot the fences, Wattson's going to be able to know that because she's going to be seeing that her fences are dropping, and it's going to give you a little bit of a warning. But having the ability to 3-man run at a squad that is fighting as a ring team is going to be a huge game changer, because you're going to be able to get better attachments, you're going to be able to get better loot, you're going to be able to sustain yourself as a ring team, which is huge. Before, if you wanted to sustain yourself, you had to run Loba, but now you don't have to. It's allowing more flexibility. I have actually been really enjoying the Alter playstyle, and I do think that Alter is going to be a legend that we are going to continue to unlock new tech and see new uses for season after season, but I cannot wait to see how good she actually can be when Season 22 does drop. But let me know, which legend do you think is going to be the strongest next season in the comments down below. Now, we have talked about the three main ones that I wanted to talk about, but I also do want to give a quick honorable mention just at the end here to Crypto. Now, I do think Crypto is going to be a little bit stronger next season with the off the grid perk, making him completely invisible when he is on his drone. That is going to be absolutely insane, but I don't think that that is going to be a strong enough change to bring Crypto into the meta. It is going to be a good quality of life change for the Crypto players that are out there, but Crypto's playstyle just doesn't really mesh well with what we're seeing in the meta currently. Now, that being said, if Wattson actually does step back into the meta as hard as I think she might be, and a lot of teams are running Wattson, then some aggressive teams might opt to pick up Crypto to try and counter the Wattson and push off of that. But that is just a theory and a potential. Most of the time, teams don't really care about Wattson fences. They'll figure out a way to get around them. Wattson isn't there to stop pushes. She's just there to deter pushes and slow people down so you can kill them. But again, with Crypto, I don't think that that perk change is going to be strong enough to really make him a standout legend in the meta. But I did want to give him kind of an honorable mention here because we could see him coming in as a hard counter to a legend that I do think is going to be strong in the meta. But let me know, what do you guys think? Who do you think is going to be the strongest legend going into Season 22? Let me know in the comments down below. And if you guys want to stay up to date with the latest and greatest Apex Legends tips, tricks, and news, don't forget to smash that like and subscribe button. Thank you all for watching. Once again, I'm 8 Second Gaming. I'll see you guys in the next one.